To add a new record, you would go up to the top of the screen where the plus sign is. There's a magnifying glass and a plus sign at the top of the screen on the right-hand side. There you go. Now the plus sign allows you to add something to the system, and what we want to add is called a contact.
Okay.
All right, so this is your new contact record, and we're going to start by entering the first name. So we need to put our mouse where it says enter first name and click on that. Yep. And then the trick with this is to use the tab key and not use your mouse. So once you enter the first name, you want to hit the tab key, and that'll jump you right over to the last name field automatically.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And tab will take you to the address. Now, the rest of this is all not required information, but it's free. You want to keep track of things. If you wanted to send mailers to your clients, you would have all their addresses. The one piece of information that we do need is a unique email address. So where it says primary email over to the right, you'll want to click where it says empty. Okay, and then you can hit tab to save that field. All right, so now you've created your client record. And now over to the right, you have what's called the provider control panel. It's a blue box over on the right.
Okay.
And you see, this is where you control the sub accounts. And you'll notice it says this record needs an email in order to display or to deploy. So you've already entered the email. The next step is to reload this screen. So you can do that over, yep, you know where it is.
Yep.
And now once that reloads, look over in the right-hand side where it says provider control panel. What do you see there now?
Deploy.
Right. So now you can deploy a sub account. That would create a whole new AllPro WebTools account for your customer. Okay?
Okay.
So the first question there is the badge. Which discipline are you offering to your client? And I believe you are a business coach.
Yes.
So that's under business. Okay. And then the next question is the subdomain. So when you create a new installation of AllPro WebTools, it's going to create a web address where they can access their account. And they can change that later to their own .com address. But for now, it's going to be a temporary location so that you have an opportunity to build their new website without affecting their old website. And then once they're happy with the new one, you can just flip a switch and they'll trade places so that the new website will take the place of the .com that they want to use. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so for now, this is a temporary location, and it's going to be at greatmockup.com.
Okay.
So what you can use is maybe the last name of the client for the subdomain, or you can use the name of their company, something along those lines, and it'll be whatever you write there, .greatmockup.com.
DPDT.
So the next question is, who should we be charging for this account? Because we can charge you as the provider, and then you can upcharge our services or bundle them into an existing monthly package that you charge your clients, or you can ask us to bill them directly on their credit card.
Okay, nope, we'll have you bill them directly.
Okay, so you leave
that.
that.
Yeah, if I ever step out of the picture for whatever reason, then they can just have that relationship built with you.
Yeah, that works just fine.
Okay.
So now that you've got it saying charge client, the next thing is to hit the save button down below, and it's going to go ahead and start deploying that package. And this process does take about 2 minutes, so you definitely don't want to move your screen or change anything or close any windows. Now that the package has been deployed, you've got a new sub account of AllPro WebTools installed. You can just close this box.
Alrighty.
And what you'll notice when the screen reloads in your provider control panel, you will see that you now have a login button.
Okay.
And so now you can go ahead and log in, and that's going to take you out of your account, and it's going to log you into your customer's new sub account.
Okay, so then it deployed a new window.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can always flip back to the other one, work on your own stuff, and then flip over and work on your clients.
Okay.
And notice you didn't have to enter a login and password to get into your client's new account. This really streamlines your process. The more sub-accounts you have, you don't have to memorize different logins and passwords for all your clients. You can just click the button and it's going to automatically log you in. The first thing that we should do in the sub-account is we should enter in their company information. So let's go down to settings on the left-hand side and go to company information.
Alrighty.
And I suggest at the very least, change their company name. And then there's a save button.
Okay.
It's in the top right-hand corner. It's green.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, because I can put a lot of this other stuff in there later.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the basics of getting a new account set up as a sub-account in your provider account. And yeah, we can train people up. They just instruct them to click the support button like you did today, and then click on live support options and go to screen share.
Or do I send them an email to get them to download this to their computer?
Great question. Okay, so what you're asking is how to set up a new user. So you go over to settings on the left-hand side and go to users. Now, you remember that email that we sent you that said, here's your login information? That's what you're going to do now, is send that same email to them.
Okay.
So you'll start by clicking the green button that says create new user. And you can put in the first name and last name of the first user that you want to.
Okay, and then if I have more than one person that needs to get in here and use this, I have to set them up, or can they set multiple users up?
Yep, there's unlimited users in the account. We don't charge extra for that. You can set up all the users, or your client can set up all the users.
Okay, now can any user see everything going on with the company, or can we restrict that?
You see that tab at the top that says permissions?
Yes.
Go ahead and click on that. This is where you can restrict access to different pages inside the system.
Sweet, I like it. Do they set up their password or for each person?
So there's a default password. We haven't finished setting up this user, so let's go ahead and do that under basics.
Okay.
And so we need to fill in their first name and last name. So what that's going to do, read what that says in the blue there.
Password is set to 1, 2, 3 until the user logins, updates their password.
Yep.
Okay. And that would be them, but they can change their password, but that will not affect my ability to go in there.
That is correct, because you're a provider and you get unlimited access to your sub-accounts.
Okay.
And what that's going to do, as soon as you hit the save button, is it's going to send an email to that email address saying, welcome to AllPro WebTools. Here's your login. Here's your password.
Oh, very good.
And actually, as a provider, you get unlimited access to us. You don't get limited to 4 hours. Providers get unlimited access, and they get a free installation of AllPro WebTools, fully loaded with all the features at no charge.
Well, you're making this awful damn easy here.
Hey, you take care of us, we take care of you.
I hear you, man. That's what I coach on.
There you go.